welcome to Crafting with Lee. Today I'm going to make this Welcome Y'all wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I don't use the polka dot ribbon. I'm going to start by adding pipe cleaners to my wire wreath form. This is a 14-inch wire wreath form. I'm adding one at each crossbar on the middle, and then on the outside row I'm adding my first, lay it along the wreath form, and then add another one where the pipe cleaner ends. And I continue this all the way around. I was able to fit 14. And if you do this right, your last one should line up with your first. It's okay if it's a little bit off. Once you add mesh and stuff, you can't tell. Then I'm going to open up all my pipe cleaners. Today I decided to use leftover things. I only use one new thing, and that's the burlap ribbon. I'm going to start by taking my 21-inch white Deco mesh and using a zip tie to attach it to my wreath form. And you just gather the ends. I had already cut the Deco mesh to make sure it was nice and even. And now I'm going to trim away the end. But I decided to use leftover things to show you that you can use your scraps so you don't have to waste anything. The only thing that's not left over in this wreath is the wire form, pipe cleaners, and the burlap ribbon that I use. I'm just doing the poof method for the base. I'm not really measuring. I'm just counting to 3 as I'm pulling through. Once I finish the outside, where I end on the outside, I find a pipe cleaner that's closest, and I open it, add the mesh to the inside ring, and just twist. And that's where I'll end once I go around the middle. That way you don't have to use another zip tie. You do need to do that to start the center. Otherwise your poof won't actually be going around. It'll be making a cross. If zip ties are easier for you, that's fine. Alright, I was actually able to use everything in this roll, which is nice. So my last poof, I open up where I started. So there's already some mesh in there. I add this poof, and then I fluff it up. And I'm just going to feed this leftover through to the back so I can attach it with the zip tie. And that just secures it so it doesn't come undone later. And then I'm just going to trim it away. And because I use leftover mesh, the white 10-inch mesh, I was only able to cut enough to do just the outside. And you could leave something like that out. I wanted to keep it in. It just makes it a little bit fuller. And it looks nice in the end. I cut them to 10 inches, so they're really small ruffles. And I ended up doing 8 of those because I have 8 on the outside. And I'm just opening up the pipe cleaner and adding these to it. Alright, this is my last one. And you'll notice when I'm adding each ruffle, after I've added them, I fluff them up against each other so they're not pushing each other down, they're pushing each other out. Alright, with this leftover purple mesh, I have enough to do every section. So I'm cutting these at 15 inches, and I'll do 14 of these. I really love this metallic color, and I was lucky enough to have enough purple ribbon left over to make the whole wreath purple and white. And then again, I'm just going to make ruffles with these. You just lay your hands out flat, and then just start bunching like an accordion. And I open each section and add it because I'm still going to add ribbon. So I only twist once. And you can see there that I fluff them up against each other. Meaning I don't just leave them where one's pushed down, because you want them to pop out. See right there how that side is underneath? At the end, I'll pull them beside each other. Alright, now I'm going to add my last one. And adding those extra white on the outside really made a big difference as far as the size of the wreath. So if you had enough white to do all of it, that would be great too. Alright, I'm going to use this purple burlap, the brown burlap, the solid purple, it's kind of like faux burlap, and then the gingham print purple. And I'm just going to cut these at 12 inches. I'll need 7 of each because I'm going to alternate 2 and 2. And I'm just using my ruler to cut them. It helps me measure them out perfectly. This burlap ribbon is super thick. I was struggling, so you might want to do smaller than 7 each time. But when you use something like a ruler or cardboard or anything, it makes it so much easier. Okay, I dovetailed the ends of all of them and then separated them the way I wanted to add them to the wreath. I'm doing the dark purple with the gingham and the light purple with the burlap. And I'm just going to fold them in half to make a crease, and then I'm going to pinch at that fold mark. And then I open the pipe cleaner and I add the ribbon in. And now I'll twist 3 times. And that just secures it. Well, I twisted once, but now I'm going to twist 3 times. I had to get a glue stick. And I use my glue stick to roll down the pipe cleaners. Alright, now I'll show you with the dark purple. Just folding in half, making a crease, pinching at that crease. Then I open and I add. I like to start on the center ribbons first because I found that when I do the outside first, where my hands are laying across the wreath like that, I mess up the ribbon and I always have to go back through and fix it. And with wired ribbon, when it creases, you have to kind of smooth it out, so you have to work with each individual piece of ribbon. Alright, now I'm on my last piece. And I do this through the whole wreath. I alternate each ribbon set. And the great thing about using leftovers is you can, make any color combination that you like. I was lucky enough to have enough purple, but you can use anything that works. If you make a white base, you can use lots of bright color ribbon. If you use a bright base, you can use darker ribbon, or any combination that you like. I hate being wasteful, so this was a great way to use up all the ribbon. And then I love this sign. It makes it, kind of farmhouse feel. And the great thing about a wreath like this is it doesn't really have a season, so it can hang up all year long. I actually sold it the day I posted it. It was for Mother's Day, which was nice. Alright, I am stapling pipe cleaners to my wood sign. And I'm going to leave the existing hanger on the sign. Because after so long, your wreath will get older. And somebody might want to take the sign off, and you can keep the sign because it'll last probably a lot longer than the wreath will if you hang it outside. And I just feed the pipe cleaners through to the back and then wrap them around the wreath form. I never completely finish wrapping them until I'm happy with the way the sign looks. With this particular sign, I messed around with it a few times because I had it too tight, too loose, not high enough. But in the end, I was really happy with the way it turned out. Alright, that's it. That's how I made my Welcome Y'all wreath. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.